We're going to make it happen.
So it's May 20th, 2023.
Power of the tongue. You got to speak it into existence. All pro, highest pay. All pro, highest pay. All pro, highest pay. And eventually, it's going to become reality. So, stay tuned.
Hey, hey, Tampa Bay, down the left field line. That ball is gone.
It's been a long time coming. It really hasn't. It just has felt like it has because we've known this was going to happen eventually, and the day is here. Antoine Winfield Jr., ladies and gentlemen, the highest paid defensive back in NFL history. Overtaking Jair Alexander, who's getting paid $21 million a season. Cornerback, obviously. But if we're looking at safeties, overtaking Derwin James at $19 million a year. So Jason Light really going all out. He didn't say, I'm just going to make you, the highest paid safety in the NFL. He said, no, I'm going to make you the highest paid defensive back in NFL history. And well deserved. I'm already seeing people talk about safeties are not that value of a position. It's a bad investment. You got to labeling Antoine Winfield Jr. as a safety is a discredit to him. The dude is a playmaker. He's one of the rare defensive players that can win your team a game. We literally saw it last game when the offense was inept in the final season, or the final game of the season against the Panthers. He saved that game for the Buccaneers. He gave the Buccaneers a chance to win, doing the same thing earlier in the season at home against the Falcons. He is a playmaker. And on the defensive side of the ball, it is rare. In this day and age, with the rules the way they are, you just don't see it that often. And he is one of one. You think I'm BSing you. He is one of one. We're going to pull up the top safeties in the league, and we're going to look at the numbers. Because men lie, women lie. The numbers sure do not when it comes to Antoine Winfield Jr. So let me share my screen with y'all. And we got to remember as well, he was only 25 years old last season, signing a 4-year contract, $81 million, $45 million guaranteed. That's a bag. That is a actual bag. So here we go. Looking at last season's numbers, 122 total tackles, 6 sacks, 4 fumble recoveries, 6 forced fumbles, 12 pass defenses, and 3 interceptions. The list all time of players who have 6 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 3 interceptions in a season, Antoine Winfield Jr., and that is the end of the list. That's it. And this is what I mean by playmaker. The pass deflections, 12, that's fantastic. You see safeties get those numbers. They're extremely good numbers, but you see it. But he is making plays. He's doing things that other safeties just aren't doing. 6 sacks in a season, 6 forced fumbles, getting the interceptions. One of one. He's one of one, okay? So let's move around. Let's go with Derwin James here. So let's find his best season. In 2022, he had an all-pro season. 115 tackles. That's less. 4 sacks. That's a really good number for a safety. I'm not knocking Derwin James. Still less. Forced fumbles, just 2. Fumble recoveries, 0. Pass deflections, just 6. So half of what Antoine Winfield Jr. had, and 2 interceptions. And that is a Pro Bowl year. Here's an All-Pro year. 105 total tackles, 3.5 sacks, good number still. 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumble recoveries, 13 pass defenses, fantastic. 3 interceptions. Still, I mean, that's ridiculous for Derwin's rookie season, by the way. But it's not better than what I just showed you for Antoine Winfield Jr. Another name that comes up is Kyle Hamilton. So let's look at Kyle's stuff. What he is doing as well is absolutely ridiculous. When it's his turn to get paid, he will overtake Antoine Winfield Jr. as the highest paid safety in the league. It's just NFL economics. Every year, every position there's going to be a highest paid because the salary cap continues to go up. So yes, Antoine Winfield, he's the next safety to get paid. He's going to be the highest paid. When it's Kyle Hamilton's turn in 2-3 years, the salary cap is going to continue to go up. He will be the highest paid. It's just how it works. So people saying like, that's a super overpay, blah, blah. That's just NFL economics. It's how it works. Every year we see it, every position. Jared Goff, he's not the highest paid ever, but Jared Goff, his annual salary is the second highest ever for a quarterback. Jared Goff. Okay, all-pro season, obviously, last year for Kyle Hamilton. Dude was insane. 81 total tackles. That's about 40 less than Antoine Winfield. 3 sacks, so half of what Winfield had. 13 pass deflections, really good numbers. 1 forced fumble, 5 less than what Antoine Winfield Jr. had. 0 fumble recoveries, 4 interceptions, good numbers there. Still, it's not the playmaking numbers of Antoine. Next, we'll go to Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was injured last year, so we'll find one of his 3 all-pro seasons. So let's do the most recent one here. 2022, 96 total tackles. It's about 25 less. Dude has never gotten a sack in his entire career. There's that. 0 forced fumbles. Like, you guys see what I'm saying right now? Minkah Fitzpatrick is a ridiculously good safety. Fantastic. But the playmaking ability, flipping a game on its head, saving a game for your entire team, it is just not found in today's age for a defensive player with how the rules are. It's just not. 6 interceptions, ridiculous. That does double Antoine. 11 pass deflections. Very good. The guy I would say compares most to Antoine Winfield Jr. is in the division, and that's Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates, just like Antoine Winfield Jr., continues to be underrated. Such a good safety. Such a good safety. 132 total tackles. That's more than Antoine. Does not have a sack in his entire career. 3 forced fumbles, so that's half of what Antoine has. No fumble recoveries. 11 pass deflections. It's about the same. And 6 interceptions, doubling Antoine there. So that's the guy I would say is the closest, but has never had a sack in his entire career. I know this does depend on defensive schemes, how the defensive coordinator or head coach, whoever calls the plays, like to blitz safeties, if that's a thing that they like to do. I know it depends on that, but he's never had one in his entire career. Sometimes sacks, kind of fall in your lap. And then forced fumbles. He's been in the league longer than Antoine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. And he has 6 total forced fumbles in his entire career. That's what Antoine Winfield had last season alone. You guys get the point. So, obviously, I'm so happy that the Bucs were able to get this deal done. Next up will be Tristan Wirfs. Just like Antoine, he deserves the bag. And no, this does not put the Bucs in any bit of a deeper cap stress. If anything, the fact that it's a 4-year deal, it gives them room. It gives them flexibility rather than playing on the tag, which is just, it's a hard number. Boom. That's what you're getting hit with. Spread it over 4 years. Flexibility. Mike Greenberg, cap guru, cap gymnast, whatever you want to call him. We're fine, guys. If anything, like I said, we're more flexible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the deal. Go Bucs. Y'all have a blessed one.